morning, I'm Belle. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Monday the 27th of May 2019 and today I'm going to show you what I eat in a day following Slimming World's Extra Easy plan. So I've been away for the long weekend, I've just stood on the scales and I have had a big gain. So I need to be absolutely on it this week, so I'm considering today to be day one. And what I'm going to try and do is record one of these what I eat in a day videos every day for the next 7 days. We'll see how we go, but I think it's a good idea for me to absolutely do my very best to stay on plan this week. Some of the videos may be a bit boring because obviously apart from today where I'm off for the bank holiday, I will be at work, but I will show you what I eat as I go through the week. So yeah, day one's breakfast. I have got a black coffee, I've got a sugar-free black currant, and then in here I've got a toffee Brooklyn yogurt for one sin from Aldi, and then I've chopped a pear, strawberries, and added some blueberries, all speed food. So this is how I'm starting my bank holiday Monday, just one sin for the toffee yogurt. So it's 10:30 and because it's bank holiday Monday, we have our local fete today, so we'll go as a family, but I'm always tempted by all the cakes and all the lovely stuff that they have on offer. So I want to make sure that I'm kind of going there not hungry. So I'm going around to my family's first. I'm going to have my kind of early lunch around there just to kind of make sure that I go full. So I've done myself a little kind of microwave pack. It looks a little bit like aeroplane food, but basically in the bottom of the box I've just put some raw spinach, baby spinach, which is a speed food. Then I've just got some chopped mushrooms, which is another speed food, and some baby plum tomatoes. Then I've added some baked beans, which are a free food, and I've topped them with a little bit of smoked paprika and chilli powder. And then I've added one of these frozen Hearty Food Company cheese omelettes. So these are 3 sins each. So what I'll do is I'll just microwave this around my family's later, just to kind of, yeah, hopefully keep me on track. So it will be kind of brunchy, lunchy kind of a meal, and it will just be 3 sins for the cheese omelette. So I'm back home from my family's. I had my lunch around there. That was really nice. And before I go out to the fete later, I just want to have something sweet. So I've just got a coffee using the first bit of semi-skim milk for my first healthy extra A. I've got a sugar-free blackcurrant. I've got one of the Aldi rice cake bars. This is the chocolate orange one, which is 4.5 sins. And then I've got a pear, which is a speed food. So this is my afternoon snack. So it is 4:05 and I am just in from the fete. It was lovely. The smell of sausages cooking on the sausage sizzle, and like everybody's eating cakes and having pims and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't have anything. But I have been sort of fancying something sweet. Now, recently I saw in a magazine details of chocolate hummus, which was, I think, something like chickpeas, bit of sweetener, some cocoa, and some fat-free Greek-style yogurt kind of blended together. So I have attempted to make that and then tried it and I wasn't keen. So what I'm now doing is trying to turn a disaster into something else. So I'll tell you what I've got in this bowl. So I started with a can of chickpeas that I drained. I added a few spoons of fat-free Greek style natural yogurt. I added a bit of Splenda sweetener, some skinny syrup. This is the chocolate caramel truffle flavour. I added a little bit of vanilla extract, and I added 25 grams, which is 4 sins of cocoa. And I blended all that together and then I tried it and I wasn't keen. Yeah, 25 grams of cocoa is 4 sins. So that's the only thing here with sins. And then I thought, I don't want to just chuck it away. So I remember ages ago, their lovely Budget Simmers had made a cake with chickpeas, and I haven't used my Healthy Bee yet. So what I've done is I've added 40 grams of porridge oats, this is my Healthy Bee, and I've added 2 eggs, and I've added a little bit of orange extract. and stirred all that together, and I'm going to bake this, and I'm hoping it's going to make a chocolate orange cake. I don't know, some people would say using chickpeas blended is a tweak, and they could well be right, but I'm going to do it. I'm obviously not going to eat all this today. I'm hoping though it makes a cake and it will use my healthy bee, and then the whole cake will also have 4 sins in just for the cocoa. But I have literally no idea how this is going to turn out, so I'm going to chuck this in the oven, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's done. Total experiment. I just didn't want to waste the ingredients of what was supposed to be chocolate hummus, but just didn't taste that great. So we'll see. I will show you what it looks like once it's out the oven. So it's half an hour later and these are just out the oven. Sin wise, I worked out that it is 4 sins for the 25 grams of cocoa powder, but I also added a little bit of Splendor sweetener, which I'm going to count half a sin for, and I also added a teaspoon of baking powder, which I'm going to count half a sin for as well. So that's 5 sins. There are 7 little cakes here. So what I've done is I've added a tablespoon for 2 sins of Sweet Freedom Choc Shot. So that will mean that it's 7 sins for the whole recipe if you're not counting sins for the chickpeas. I'm personally not, because I'm only going to eat these one at a time. But you know, you must do what you want to do to protect your own weight loss. So I'm going to count these as 1 sin per little cake. 7 sins for the whole recipe, and yeah, I will show you when I eat one and let you know my thoughts on it. As I say, this wasn't planned baking at all. I just was kind of making the best of a bit of a disaster attempt at trying to cook something different. So we'll see what they taste like a bit later. So it's 6:45 and I'm just getting dinner started, but I'm a little bit peckish. I'm just going to have one of the little chocolate cakes, which will just be 1 sin plus part of my healthy extra bee with a couple of strawberries for speed. So it's coming up for 7:15, and for dinner tonight I've got one of the Aldi sweet potato burgers, and I'm just serving that with some garlic potatoes that I've done in the Acti Fries. So I just chopped up a potato, didn't peel it, just gave it a wash, and I added fry light and some garlic granules, and I just did that in the Acti Fry. So I've just got some like garlic potatoes, and then I've just done a big salad with spinach, baby plum tomatoes, pickled onions, and some Baxter's spicy slaw that is a free food. And I've also added some pickled cabbage, which is a free food as well. So currently on the plate is just half a sin for the sweet potato burger, but I'm also going to add a tablespoon for 1 sin of fiery chili ketchup. So my dinner will be 1.5 sins. I'm going to add a bit of balsamic vinegar to my salad, and I've got a sugar-free blackcurrant. So tonight's dinner will just be 1.5 sins. So dinner was really good. I'll show you in a bit what I'm having for my pudding, but I also wanted to show you before I go to bed tonight, I am going to be putting a bolognese in the slow cooker. So I want to do this so I've got it to have for my lunches at work this week. So I've just chopped up some mushrooms, which are speed, onions, which are speed. I've got some 5% fat beef mince, which is a free food. I've got some tomato puree, some chopped tomatoes, which are speed. I've got some rich beef oxo. I've got some mixed herbs and some garlic, and I'm literally going to chuck all of this, might add a little bit of extra water, and I'm going to chuck all of this in the slow cooker and just let it cook away overnight. And yeah, I will show you obviously in tomorrow's video what it looks like. I should say as well, I'm also going to chop up a couple of reduced fat unsmoked bacon medallions and add them to the bolognese as well. So it's 7:45 and this is this evening's dessert. I've got one of the chocolate cakes. I also had one while I was waiting for this to heat up. I've heated this up and I've added some fat-free Greek natural yogurt and some strawberries and blueberries, both of which are speed. So I will be finishing today on 13 sins. You know, getting back on plan, I always find a bit of a struggle, not because I don't like the food, but just because I think I've eaten so much over the last couple of days that I am a bit hungry on my first day back on plan. But I've enjoyed everything I've eaten. I'm still not sure if I would be cooking with chickpeas again, just a bit weird. But as I said earlier, I was just trying to make the best of a situation where I tried to cook something that didn't turn out right. They don't taste too bad, to be fair. I just think I would just be as happy having the chocolate all bran cakes that I've showed before, or baked oats instead. But yeah, it's fine for an experiment, but would I be rushing to cook with or bake with chickpeas again? Probably not. But anyway, this is the end of my first day back on plan. I will show you tomorrow how my spaghetti bolognese turns out. And yeah, finishing today on 13 sins. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do give this video a thumbs up. And as always, do check the Sin Apple calculator for anything that I've mentioned. But I will see you next time in my next one. Take care. Bye.